Hello there, this is Sadie, and we're going to see if we can get another win. We beat Zoltan B last time. It was kind of a rough run. It took us quite a while for us to get any additional weapons. We rolled another Zoltan chip this time, and we rolled Zoltan C, which is the weakest of the three Zoltan chips. This ship's biggest problem is it has 2 power to begin with. That's not very much to work with, although you do have a backup battery. You have a weak reactor system, so extra power costs more. And you also have this sort of ions and drones set up similar to NGA. I think this is probably better than NGA's long-term, but weaker in the short-term. Like, the beam drone is quite good with ions. If you want to really commit to a ions and drones build, you'd rather have a beam drone like this ship has than a combat drone. But in Sector 1, I'd rather have the NGA setup than the Zoltan C setup, because you can use the combat drone to pop shield bubbles and the ions take out weapons and be safer. On this ship, that's not really feasible. You do have a Zoltan shield, though. So that is one very good thing. Your crew positioning on this ship is fairly important because your Zoltans are providing most of your power. One way that you can do it is this. Now, this ship is quite vulnerable to boarding events. Another way that you could do this would be to start a Zoltan on doors, and if you're not being boarded in a pre-battle event, you just run them into drones to power the beam drone. I think I'll go with this setup, but I'm not 100% sure. This is how I usually do it. It's difficult to know how to be exactly right with this ship. This ship kind of needs a weapon, another weapon. It's very, very difficult to transition this into, like, Sectors 3 and 4 can be very, very difficult with this ship, because ions generally struggle when you're fighting enemies with 2 shield bubbles. And you can't as easily rely on just getting hacking, because at the moment you have, at least to begin with, you need drone parts to actually do any hull damage. So, if you're spending 2 a fight, that's not really sustainable. And you also just don't have as much scrap to play with, because, the reactor upgrades cost more when you're trying to scale up to fight later ships, get shields 4 and your weapons up and get the power up. It's all quite expensive, and you kind of need to get another weapon as well. I generally save scrap on this ship for a store. I don't even go shields 4 until I've been able to see a store, because you really, really want, ideally, something that can actually deal hull damage on its own. Or another ion, that can work well too. There is nothing there. Well, we're going to go here and then there. That sees the first half of the sector, basically. I'm going to just take this bribe. That's 26 scrap, and this ship could have offensive drones, which are quite bad. I wish they were offering me a more expensive drone, but, like, whatever. It's still 26. This could even be useful if we have a bad boarding event before we can get to sell it. Let's see. Yep, there. We are rejecting this. This ship is quite dangerous because of the burst 2. Now, you don't want to start using your backup battery too early. You want to leave it until you actually need it. Please don't have the buffer upgrade. Okay, good. They don't have the buffer upgrade. We can ion their weapons repeatedly. Good, that's down. No using the burst 2. Let's let our O2 refill. Okay, We haven't found a store, which is not really that bad, because you would ideally on this ship want the stores to be late in the sector so you can actually make a decent amount of scrap for them. We've seen every beacon in the sector, so there's... Way to go will be like there, and onwards. But I think we probably take another jump or two first. Your distress options on this ship aren't bad, but if we do that, it takes us too far away from where we want to go. Yeah, you have a beam drone, and you have an ion, and you have a clone bay, so distress options are fairly desirable. If that distress option were there, I would go to it. But like otherwise, we would have to go there to see the bottom of the sector. That's too much. Do I take 2 more here, and then go that way? I think I do that. This solar flare and beam drone are really not good. Yeah, those are 2 of the things I least wanted to see. I also would very much like my beam drone to hit something that's actually good here. And it keeps hitting piloting, which is the least important thing. Okay, good. That is a very, very good swipe. Thank you, beam drone. I'm going to put 2 Zoltans in my shields to make sure that they don't, say, go down at exactly the moment that I want to use that I want to resist the solar flare. Beam drone should just win this. Yeah. I'll take 1 solar flare here. Probably should have prevented doors as well, really. Okay, fortunately that solar flare did not deal any hull damage and it hit a place that was not relevant. So let's just get people back to their positions. Let's let our oxygen refill as much as it can and then jump out when the next solar flare is going to hit. We are not surrendering to slavers. We are taking the high scrap reward. Okay, can I maybe take a weapon out? Not the weapon I wanted, but they have an NG over there. There's no way they would have fixed that quick. They seem to have multiple NGs over there, in fact. Beam drone, could you please hit something that's relevant? I wonder whether I should take this to end the fight. If the ship weren't so dangerous, I would just immediately hit no, because we really, really want scrap. I can't use an NG to buy a weapon. The problem is, if that bursts laser 2, our backup battery is probably going to go off before they die. They have 2 NGs over there repairing things. I can't really... I think I still need to reject it, but this is potentially very, very dangerous. Okay, none of those hit me in critical areas. Please do a 2 damage swipe here. Okay, we got that just in time. Like, our backup battery... Oh my god! So, yeah, that's one of the things about rejecting slave offers, is that you can get drops in those. And that is a very, very nice drop. Yeah, that ion bomb I can combine with my charge ion to like get control out of fights, over fights. Do I upgrade to start using that right away, I wonder? I think I hold off in case there are better options in stores. I do only have 5 missiles, but like if I get nothing else, what you can do with the ion bomb, if you're up against say a 2-shielded ship in Sector 3, you might think that, well, you put an ion bomb in shields and that will get two shields offline, which, yeah, it will do that. But the other thing that you could do if you're using it with the charge ion is drop an ion bomb into weapons. That will switch off basically all the enemy weapons, and that buys loads and loads of time for the charge ion to get rid of their shield and for the beam drone to just kill them. But I think I will hold off on the... I mean, if I do this, let's think. Like, suppose we get no scrap here and there's a store there. I would be at 43. That sells for 19. That's not enough scrap. I'm gonna hold off for a jump or two. I should be okay for most early fights. Yes. This is another weapon drop. Amazing. Yes, we will absolutely accept. We're also completely safe in this fight, so we can train. The way we train is we just move 2 Zoltans into shields, and we will let these guys shoot at us. So I will meet you back when we're going to then have to swap people around so we can full train weapons as well by just firing the charge ion over and over again. But it's definitely worth doing that here, and then we'll be back and we will get a weapon drop for this fight. So that's this is off to a pretty good start. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're back. Our weapons are about to hit max training, and that will happen by the time this fight is over. It didn't happen there because our weapons were ionized, so I actually could not gain skill. So let's depower my beam drum for just one moment. I was like, why did it not ding there? And they should surrender here. Okay, next swipe. Let them live. Cool. So we get an actual weapon capable of dealing damage. Yeah, we've had 2 weapon drops in successive beacons, and they're both actually good weapons. The ion bomb is awkward in many circumstances, but it can be quite good. Sort of a question here about whether or not I should still hold my scrap or whether I just do this. Gonna hold off until I get to like there. The odds are by then I'll have seen the store. And these weapons are pretty, you know, like this setup is fine for Sector 1. It's just later on that it struggles. Nice. Oh, they have a buffer upgrade. I guess we need to keep hitting that then. I'd like to keep the weapons down because I don't want them to get through my Zoltan shield and be able to hack. But now that won't happen. And this is an outpost, so this is a double reward. That is 3 straight really, really good beacons. Get my oxygen back. I'm going to do this now. Because it is quite greedy to keep holding it, and if like this is a really bad fight, it would be embarrassing to die after getting these really good drops. We could theoretically do Ion Bomb and Hull Beam, but I'll keep with this for now. Attack the pirate. This fight shouldn't be too bad. We actually hit the heavy laser with our ion there. Frustratingly, they have the buffer upgrade on their shields there. So we're going to take a missile here, but we dodged it, cool. That's like the first shot since that really bad Burst Laser 2 fight. Okay, the store is there. And that is the only store in the sector. Because we have seen every beacon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we have enough space for that, do we? No. We might not even have 3 jumps for the exit here. I'm pretty sure that we do, but I'm not 100% certain. Let's make. I think we do. Frankly, we've had enough drops that if I wasn't able to get the store because of, something getting doubled or something, we could survive. This ship has no shields. Zoltan C does very, very well against shieldless ships. There we go. You can die now. And indeed, the store is where we had already deduced it was. Let's make our way towards it. We can get a fight in an asteroid field here, which is quite bad for this ship. I'm going to risk it anyway, but... yeah, it's close, but we do have enough room for the store. So, what's here? There's some useful stuff here. If there were a drone recovery arm, I could buy that and the charge ion and just go full drones. Full ions and drones. Charge ion, ion bomb, you could win the game with that. On the other hand, if there was hacking here, I could sell stuff, grab the halberd beam, and go halberd hull, full shield hacks. However, there's neither of those there. A halberd beam would let us win fights without having to use any consumables against one-shield enemies. That's certainly a useful thing, as well as opening up the possibility of just getting... So I think that's my best buy here. I'm not buying long-range scanners, even though it would be nice, because, we don't have our shields up yet. So doing that ahead of improving your survivability. And we still have to, spend all that money upgrading our reactor as well. I'm not going to spend any on that yet. I'm going to get the halberd beam. And then we'll go like this in most fights. I'm going to grab the halberd beam. And we're still going to save scrap because if I see an early store in the next sector, I want to be able to rapidly get enough money to buy hacking. So if we get hacking with these, we just can crush the entire like middle bit of the game with halberd hull, and then we have loads and loads of time to find something else. I'm not selling anything, including the anti-personnel drone, because it doesn't get me anything immediately, and I can, you know, potentially use them. Storage cache. We are completely safe in this fight. If we just do that. We're not running our oxygen, but it's fine. We'll disable both of these things with our first halberd beam swipe. We can just do this right away. We don't need to worry about protecting the keeping the backup battery for when our shields go down, because our shields are never going to go down. I guess I should have my weapons guy in there being the one to do that so that I get the faster charge. One more halberd beam. I'm usually not keen on getting halberd beams early because, you know, like they need to be protected. If you know, like if we were just running this on its own, it's very risky that we take a hit on weapons. Because we have the Zoltan shield, that's not such a problem. Okay, well, we're clearly going NG. We actually have enough to get, since that was a double reward, we have enough to get hacking right now. That was an incredible Sector 1. We made over 200 scrap. Let's go here, there, there. Actually, just here and there is fine. Nothing. See, look, I mean, admittedly we could risk this because we have a clone bay. Does the anti-person, let me look this up, because I can't remember whether the anti-personnel drone gives what kind of reward it gives, and it might be better to risk for a higher one. Giant alien spiders. Let's look this up on the wiki. Anti-personnel is medium resources with some scrap. The top option is, if you get the good option, is high resources with some scrap, but it's not guaranteed, and I want guaranteed scrap here. Wasn't a very good reward, but it's fine. Go there and then there. Nice. Okay, we've got 2 stores. Let's go to them. 1, 2, 3. I can do that. Take an extra jump to try to farm up more scrap. What sort of weapons do I want in this fight? The halberd beam maybe is a little bit slow for this. I think I want the ions, and in fact I'm going to power up the ion bomb as well here, because I want to drop that in weapons and switch them off. In fact, I'm going to use my backup battery now to power the beam drone to allow me to do that. Good, we dodged one of the shots there. That means that our Zoltan shield isn't just going to go down and let them board me. Okay, maybe we don't need to do that because our beam drone just managed to swipe that. Can we switch this off? Yep. Beam drone should win it for us here. Ah! The backup battery there kind of screwed me over. It's fine. It was a little tight though. Okay, store number 1. Show me hacking. Yay! Wow. Can we just get halberd, hull? Seems a little bit greedy to try doing that now. But we might actually be able to pull it off. I mean, first off, we always do this, clearly. And now it's a question of, do we grab another beam? Like, if we do that, our endgame weapons are already set. The downside of doing it is that it delays us getting other stuff massively. And so I think it's probably not the right play. Okay, let's firstly sell that. We're definitely not using that now that we have hacking and multiple beams. I mean, we could, if we sell, let's see, how much scrap do we have? If we sell these two, that's 52. And these two, that is 42. So that's 92 more scrap. $39 plus 92 is 131 scrap. We have to spend 65 if we want to buy the other halberd beam. That leaves us with 66. We could still get shields 4 and then spend the rest of the sector getting our reactor up. But honestly, this seems like, because, you know, I would need to get my hacking up for next sector, and there's quite a few other things that I would need to do in order to make that work. Also, if I do that, I'm committing to spending 1 drone in every single fight for the entire run, and it seems a little bit early to do that, even though the ship starts with a reasonable number of drones. I think I'm going to sell the anti-personnel drone. Now, it's a question of whether or not I keep these other weapons. I'm quite tempted to keep the ion charger just to give me something so that in weaker fights I don't have to spend a drone part on hacking. It also, potentially, I could use it to get some crew kills. I think the ion bomb is going to go, because I could use that scrap right now to get shields and reactor, and I'd like to have my weapons up. I need to either upgrade my weapons or upgrade my hacking by the end of this sector, and this allows me to do it. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's do that and that. So we're not going to bother going to that second store. It's a waste of time. Unless we get like some ridiculous drop here. We are rejecting your offer. This ship can't hurt us. It's gonna board, but let's see, who do you have over there? What are you guys doing? So yeah, they have a single ion to deal damage and a bunch of NGs who they will board with. Just what are you doing? I guess what you're doing is getting ion killed, depending on what level your oxygen is. Damn it, we can't ion kill them. They have level 2 oxygen, we can tell because it's flashing between blue and green. You can't do that with just a charge ion. Okay, Well, we're just killing them. We could spend a hacking drone on it. And, like, do it with the halberd beam, but even then it wouldn't probably work, because the halberd beam only does 1 damage to that. Let's open up a bunch of vents. And just blow them up with the halberd beam. Get vented, silly NG. You're the one whose training I don't care about, so you get over there. Gotta let the oxygen refill. I think I want another power bar, and then... Actually, I'll get weapons first. But I want weapons up once, and another power bar, and ideally hacking 2 by the end of this sector. Then I can go weapons 5 in the next sector, and once I've done that plus hacking 2, we can just halberd plus hull and kill everything. How many jumps do we have? At least 4, possibly 5. If we go this way, we don't get all of those, because that doesn't connect. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're not accepting that bribe. If we could keep 2 shields up and power our charge ion, we can maybe crew kill this. I don't know whether we have enough power to make that work, though. Let's see. We do, actually. So now it's a matter of finding out whether they have level 1 or level 2 oxygen. Well, we didn't find out there. They have level 2 as well. No one's letting me have any fun with these ships. Well, we just halberd beam them to death then. They even have the buffer upgrade on their shields. And NGs over there to make it impossible to actually keep their systems down. No, this is a possible double reward. Nice. 37 scrap. Upgrade that. We can now do charge plus hull. Nope. We need our drone parts. I don't think we have 2 jumps here. It's close, but no. So, distress beacon. I think this is safe. In fact, we have a clone bay, don't we? So, FTL Smoldering NG Research Station. You arrive at a smoldering. Yeah, the clone bay is safe here. makes us safe here. So let's board the station. Now we didn't get the... There's sometimes an option where you can try to save an NG or save a drone or go for a drone schematic or something like that there, but sadly we didn't get that option. Well, let's go here. We can give you 5 missiles. Let's get a power bar. Rebel or Uncharted? Rebel is higher scrap. It's kind of dangerous given the presence of auto scouts that have double offensive drones, but I'm going to take it anyway. I'd like to make a bit of scrap now. I think we're reasonably safe in such fights. They won't be too bad in Sector 3, not as bad as they are in Sector 4. Exit is brilliantly located here, right up in the top right, and with loads of nebulas around it. Probably don't want a store in this sector. We can't take damage in this fight, because this ship is relying on ions. So we just stuff 2 Zoltans in shields. Their charge ion can never get my shield bubble down, and that means their heavy laser can never hurt us. So against 2 shield enemies, I'm going to charge the charge ion up all the way first. And since we missed 2 shots out of 3, I'm going to charge it up some more. If this ship actually looked like it was able to hurt me, I would have used hacking, but we have plenty of time here, so we don't need to do that. Are you joking? 66% evade. Sure thing. Well, we finally managed to hit 2 out of 3 shots at least. And now we hull beam. Okay, there's a store. We don't really want a store, so I'm going to just go around it, unless we get a drop at the next 2 jumps. Look down there to see if there's a second store, because there can be 2 stores in Rebel sectors. So I need to hack here. What do I hack here? This shield overcharger drone is quite annoying. Do I just hack the drones to blow that up? But then I need to hit a bunch of times to get through their shields. But of course, that effectively gives them another shield bubble anyway. I can't really use the halberd beam. I suppose if I hacked shields, I could use the halberd beam and have the first tick hit the overcharger and the second tick actually hit the ship. But I don't think that's the right play. Gonna hack drones, but I'm not sure this is right. If we can get our shots through and hit all of their rooms, they'll run their pilot out because we're gonna hit 5 different systems. Let's wait. Hack now. Please blow up. God, you're annoying. I need to fire the beam to get their thing down so that I can fully take their shields offline. If I can actually hit, which I can't. I think the ship's just running away. Please blow up this time. Nope, they're just getting away. Well, this ship effectively has 3 shield bubbles, so that's very, very frustrating. But, you know, having that many shields and running away this early in a run. Like, if I had my hacking upgraded, I'd have been fine there. I could hack the shields down and it would be alright. I could just kill with the halberd beam. But I'm like 1 jump away from being able to do that. I'd have used the scrap from that fight to do it. Yeah, let's accept this. It gives me 5 drone parts. I'm gonna not actually do that quest. I just want the drone parts. Oh god. Our Zoltans are probably gonna go pop, but I'm worried about that because obviously this is a solar flare. Can I vent you out of there? And then maybe vent you up into a room where I can fight you? Yeah, let's do that. So I don't want my Zoltans dying while there's any risk that the solar flare could hit my my Clun Bay. Well, at least we got out before we took any solar flares. Let's aid the civilian ship. There is some risk in this fight. See how my first volley goes before I decide whether or not to hack. Yeah, we're fine. We need to be a little wary of this bomb because our Zoltans are on low health from the last jump. If they, say, bombed my weapon room and then bombed Clun Bay, that would be extremely bad. I need to charge this back up, unfortunately. Ha! Yeah, that's just gonna float there. Until we blow it up by winning the fight. Double reward? Cool. Okay, let's upgrade that. Now, next up, our next scrap thing is big because we're going to spend it on power, and then the power bars will suddenly get cheaper, and I often find on this ship that suddenly the run becomes much easier when you do that. Actually, am I going to do that, or am I going to work on the weapons? I'll probably work on the weapons, actually. Yeah, I want to run Halberd Hull for more dangerous fights. However, when our next reactor, a scrap after that will go on the reactor, and once that happens, we will be in way better position. We get nothing there. Let's go distress. Yeah, we can give you 2 fuel. Okay, well. In the right circumstance, we could use that and charge Ion together to get Ion kills. In fact, you can get Ion kills with just a chain Ion if you're completely safe, because it spins up enough to completely take an oxygen system down on its own. But most likely we just sell that. We are actually completely safe from damage here. We shove 4 Zoltans into shields, and they can't get through our shields at all. So let's just hull beam them. We can't quite get the weapons up here, but we'll be able to after the next lot of scrap. I think we can't actually hit all of these nebula jumps just because of the way they're laid out. Manually search, we have a Clun Bay, we can risk this. Our pilot comes back from the dead. And we upgrade our weapons. We don't want that store. Do we want to take this quest? I mean, we kind of want the drones, but on the other hand, we could use the scrap right now. And we have enough jumps to do it, I think. Yeah. We'll do it. Drone parts. We're going to take that. And we can get a power bar. Yeah, these with hack 2, we will one-shot basically everything. No, we're not making that trade. I'd prefer to make the opposite trade. Ah! So this is the kind of fight that I was concerned about. Those 2 drones are going to hack through my Zoltan shield really, really fast. Like, this ship could actually kill us if that missile hits the wrong thing. Fortunately, we just dodge like gods. Like, if that missile had come in and hit our hack or our weapons, it would be very, very bad. Like, we're only able to power all of this stuff because of backup battery. Let's switch over so we can maybe kill this. Can I do charge on halberd? Because I just need to hit the shields once for the halberd to deal damage. I don't need them to be down completely. Let's get out of here. And yeah, now the power bars become 20 scrap instead of 30. I'm going to do that so we can run the full hack. Now we start saving for cloaking. We get cloaking, we just win. Uncharted Nebula. Well, there's the store. We're not going to be able to get cloaking there, obviously. There's 3 potential locations for stores at the end of this sector, though. So we'll save scrap before that. I could go to that store and sell the chain ion. Let's chase these people. Don't know why you're running. You have 3 shield bubbles and fantastic weapons, but that's the second time we've ended up with fleet pursuit being doubled. And we are getting nothing so far in this sector. Wow. Three straight jumps with 0 scrap right before a store. Let's vent those people out of the Clumba. As long as you keep your clone bay up and venting in boarding events, like it's dangerous, but as long as your clone bay is up, like who cares? Your people can die and come back. In fact, I'm going to deliberately not re-oxygenate that room because that way they'll never try to break it. You just keep a couple of rooms where you actually have oxygen and other rooms where you don't. And they'll stick to the rooms that have oxygen in them. Now we can re-oxygenate that quarter. So, you know, even though they boarded me in the worst spot on the ship, we didn't lose anyone, or come remotely close to doing so. We took 1 hull damage. Do we just go to this store and sell chain ion for fuel? I think we have to do that. Our fuel amount is terrible, and we've made 0 scrap so far. We could get the flak by selling the charge ion, but then we literally can't buy anything else, and I don't feel like we need to do that. I'm actually going to get the scanners here instead, because we're a little bit low on scrap, and that will help fix things. Yeah, we'll find the fights. I mean, admittedly, we might have seen these anyway, but... we want to go to these and come at it from below, because we have to sort of take this path to get to the end of the sector. So I'd like to hit some more of these jumps. If I go this way, I lose quite a lot of possible rewards. Like, our weapons are good enough. I could win the game with the 2 beams if I really needed to. And even if I don't, like, even if I, I have most of the rest of the game to get a 3rd beam and win the game with that. So buying the flak there seems just unnecessary. The only thing it really allows me to do is win fights without spending drones, which is useful, but not worth giving up the scanners and getting no fuel there, I think. We have to wait for our hacking to come back, but we can do that in complete safety. Attack the ship. I'm not going to try this with the charge ion because those weapons are dangerous. We one-shot those fools. Good, we keep getting drone parts back. That's very good. Ion Storm. Well, we're pretty good in an Ion Storm, actually, because most of our power is coming from Zoltan's and the backup battery. So it's not really a huge problem. One of these stupid fucking things again. Our Zoltan shield can protect us completely from this, so let's actually run our engine Zoltan and our pilot Zoltan into weapons. If we basically hack, then they're just dead. So let's do this. Halberd beam, go. I really like how we keep getting the drones right back. That's very, very helpful. We can take this, this, this. If we get a surrender offer that gives us fuel, we have to just take it because we're down to 2 again. Now here we don't even need to use a drone. Got our fuel back. Arm the weapons. Here once again our Zoltan shield will protect us. They can't get through it in one volley. So let's just do this. We only need level 1 hack on the shields. We could possibly do this without hacking, but that would be greedy. Let's actually make sure to hit their shields room and their weapons rooms. God damn it, we didn't get any fuel. I mean, we're almost being able to afford cloaking. In fact, we could do it by selling the beam drum, which would be worth it. But we have only 1 fuel. I now really, really hope there is a store up here. Although we're going to run out of fuel here anyway. We get a free weapon. Okay, well, we didn't have to look for another beam. That's a positive thing, but we've just run out of fuel. And it doesn't look like there is a store there. Let's upgrade our engines once. Okay, good. Thank you kindly, refugee. Unfortunately, the exit got taken over while that was going on. So we have to dive here. Where do we put our guys? And do we need to buy some more power here? If we buy some more power, we can actually do this, because if necessary, like, our weapons are set now, we're growing halberd, halberd, hull. So if we get to a store, we can sell charge, like right away, we can sell charge ion and beam drone to buy cloaking and some fuel. The other question is whether or not I need to just get somebody indoors for this dive, and I probably do. I mean, we could go to this distress beacon. The problem is, if we go here and it doesn't give us fuel, we would need to kill this ship to get out. On the other hand, killing the dive ship actually won't be that hard. We'll just hack the shields. We'll do it. We can risk this. We didn't get the good option, sadly. So we will indeed have to kill this dive ship. And that will only get us one fuel. But yeah, like, this isn't... We need to run our shields to protect us from the halberd beam. But... Oh, they don't even have a teleporter, so let's... Let me think. How much hull do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Actually, we can't one-shot this. That's unfortunate. Well, we do this then, in that case. And now, we can use the charge ion to get the remaining shield bubble down. We'll take an ASB. But as long as it doesn't hit my piloting, I should be fine. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Kill the dive ship. Go fix that. And let's jump into the next sector, where we will once again run out of fuel. Rebel gives us better options. Neither of them have many stores, unfortunately. Like, they're both dangerous. Let's let our oxygen refill. Both of those sector choices were dangerous for different reasons. Rebel is probably the more dangerous of the two, but I feel strong enough that we can take that danger on. Like, the only thing that really would kill us if we get completely stuck without fuel. Of course, if I had not bought the scanners, we would have more fuel here. On the other hand, if I hadn't done that, I think we'd have a lot less scrap. Explore the nearby area. Cool, we get a ship that can't hurt us, because it's too reliant on ions. Okay, it can do this, but the thing is we can knock that offline. Please don't blow him up. We might take some damage here. Yeah, we'll take one. It's fine. Beating up on the poor mind control person too quickly. Okay. We actually have an appreciable amount of fuel finally. If I don't see a store fairly quickly, I'll upgrade to weapon 6 and use double halberd, because that just wrecks everything. But I will wait a little while on that. Because at the moment it's just too expensive to do. How many of these fucking shield overchargers have we seen? Feels like we've seen them constantly. Now they're running away. We need to do this and this to hit weapons, even though this minimizes the number of rooms we hit. I want to take that burst 2 down. What? We fired this. I guess I didn't need. I should have not fired those 2 beams at the same time, I guess. I think they're gonna now escape. Because we haven't damaged enough systems. Unless... Okay, we've delayed that for a moment, but I think they're gonna run someone back in there before we can kill them. Well, at a minimum, we can jump out before them. Needless to say, if it weren't for that, that's now 2 lots of scrap and, more importantly, 2 lots of fuel that those stupid drones have cost me. I'm gonna go here. This could be a request for fuel, whereas this is a fight. So I'm going here, even though it's closer to the rebels. We are attacking the slavers. Yeah, that was self-inflicted. I should have realized I needed to sort of stagger when I fired. My beams both fired at a room when the shield overcharger was still active, which means it blocked half the damage on both of them instead of just one. If I had let the whole beam fire first, which is what I was thought I was doing. I can't accept that. There's no fuel. I'll get stuck here. Yeah, we got enough to keep going. Buy 1 more power bar. Reject, we don't accept rebel scumbags on my ship. Holy crap. Those are some nice weapons they've got over there. No, I can't accept that. There's no fuel with it. I actually don't need you guys in weapons right now. So let's use the vents to scare them out. No, 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 no. Why would you depower the first weapon? Well, we didn't take any damage as a result of that. I should have realized it was going to depower the first weapon. Okay, good. We got 3 fuel. We can keep flying for a little bit. And you guys should vent down before you can even get through that door. Okay, well you just got through it, but no further. Please show me a store. Nope, still no store. Well, let's hit this distress beacon. Do we do this now? Yeah, we do this now. Because we have stuff we can sell to get us the cloaking, even if we make no scrap before the store. Definitely fighting some enemies with good weapons in this sector. But it's not double halberd beam, so... Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we do 2 4-room swipes, we can kill this ship, but I'm not sure whether we can actually do that. There. I needed to make sure of that, because otherwise hitting those rooms, obviously, and not dealing any damage to the weapons would be catastrophic. I'm not taking a pulsar. Aid the civilian ship. Here I kind of wish we'd not done that quest where we gave up the 5 drones and that we had just kept them as I'd originally intended. Nice, we got double reward there. Even more important than having a thing to sell, we got 2 lots of fuel, so we're up to 10, and there's a store. Cool. They've got cloaking. And crew, we're gonna actually get both of those. Hi, cloaking. Should I buy 2 crew? I'd like 2 crew. Put 1 to be my new pilot so my Zoltan can use their power elsewhere, and 1 to man doors. And at this point, we're going to sell the charge ion. That way I can buy a few more drones and some fuel. Buy the NG and a human. This will lower my evade for a little bit. But it should be fine. Pretty much here, as long as I don't run out of drones, I win the run. So we'll just buy them fairly liberally. Attack the automated ship. Just run my shields immediately here because these things are going to cut through my Zoltan shield real fast. In fact, do this to keep 1 up. Probably I'm going to cloak when they fire more than like 1 of those at me. Maybe I'll just cloak now and that will buy me time to get these beams off. We get a full sector reveal. Let's buy another power bar. Now, we won't be obviously weapon hacking in this run like we normally are because, well, if we don't shield hack, we can't deal damage. I still want to upgrade cloaking fairly soon because then we can just pre-cloak and kill enemies before they get to do anything to us. Delete you. And then we get a fight in an asteroid. an asteroid field, I should say. Let's get the cloaking up. Yeah, there'll be quite a lot of fights we could just pre-cloak now. We're gonna pre-cloak this one, for example. That will prevent them from being able to fire this missile at me. If we had waited to cloak actively, as I might normally have done, the asteroids and double drones would have ripped my Zoltan shield to bits, and then there's a possibility that that missile could have come in and hit something critical like the hack through my cloak. If that happens, we could just die. Absolutely make that trade. And then we're going civilian. So this run is well in hand. I'm going to go make myself a drink and then come back to finish it. Alright, we're back. There's a store right away, although we really at this point don't care about stores that much, other than maybe for occasionally buying drones or fuel. I'll go here if I get a good amount of scrap, I might, and don't see encounters up at the top, I might go for it, but we're just going to pre-cloak all this stuff. No. We got our drone part back and we see more fights, so let's not do that. I'm actually going to upgrade my hacking in case we fight like an early enemy that has six shields. In case we fight an early enemy, I was thinking of the number 6 because we're in Sector 6. If we fight an early enemy with 4 shield bubbles, that would be helpful. That's not too likely in a civilian sector, but there's no reason not to just get that up right now. And then next up we'll go for the cloaking. Speaking of which, why am I not pre-cloaking this? Kind of tempting with 2 drones. I'm actually going to take this. It's 4 fuel and 2 drones, and those are both things we need in significant quantities, so... Skip the pulsar fight. We do that for the 3rd time in the run. And are unsuccessful again. One moment. Right. I think I'm going to take this. It uses drones up, but it means that we are good for fuel for the rest of the run. We can possibly just buy the drones back at that store. We don't really need a level 3 hack for this for shields for this enemy, but whatever. This particular layout is very, very vulnerable to multiple beams. There's a burst laser too, we don't want it. Let's buy back the drones that we used. Ignore the burst too. The backup DNA bank is kind of cute, but we don't need it at this point. Let's just do this. We can now pre-cloak and murder basically everything. Aid the civilian ship. Okay, maybe not enemies with Zoltan shields, but we kept the beam drone for situations like this. We can use the beam drone while we are pre-cloaked to cut through the Zoltan shield. And now the whole beam's killed. Double reward. Ooh, nice. You even have some pilot training, so I can move my NG elsewhere. Put you on doors. And have the Rock take over piloting duties. Let's get the engines up. We don't have 100% cloak evade yet because of the Rock not being fully trained, but we can get there. We need to find a good training ship to do that. Yeah, we didn't quite one-shot there. An ion bomb, looks like it. Oh no, it's a small bomb. Oh yeah, I guess it just took a while to be able to shoot at us because we were cloaked. I don't want that to burn out, although we actually could lose one level of hacking and be fine. But it's better to not even lose that. Yeah. Save up to get the whole beam online now, and that will one-shot everything. Get a boarding drone, that's just gonna get sold. Sadly, nothing there. Explore the asteroid field and take some free damage. This wasn't a very lucrative sector, it feels like. Oh yeah, I forgot to ever move my engines person back. Let's remedy that. That's why my evade was so low. Didn't really matter since enemies aren't getting to shoot at us very much. I actually saved you in there for some bizarre reason. Yeah, how much craft did we make in this sector? Not very much at all. We made more in the previous sector, and that was a sector earlier. Albeit we do have another jump. It's not a great sign when you make less scrap in Sector 6 than you do in Sector 5. Damn it! That lined up perfectly. We will steal the civilian supplies, we want more scrap. Well, we're going to the Uncharted Nebula. Uncharted Nebula 7 with long-range scanners is fine. We're not going to that fight, it's really bad. See if this is manually search. It's not, it's an auto scout. This auto scout can't hurt me. Because if we stuff all these Zoltans in there, we are completely secure. So that means we're going to use this to grind our pilot's evade. It's going to be a little bit tedious, because they're going to cloak each time, and when they're cloaked, they're not going to shoot at us. But we will get it, and we only need 15 dodges, so it shouldn't take too long. I'll be back when we have done that. Okay, we're back, so to kill this shit, we're going to need to power up our halberd beams and hack their shields as soon as they're out of cloak. Timing is a little bit off because we don't have our weapon Zoltan in there. Back to your stations, people. So yeah, now we have 100% cloak evade. And we have almost enough scrap to get the whole beam in play. Hack now. Is that actually one shot? Yes, it does. Just barely. We can take a low power battle. Let's offer to lead the rocks out of the nebula. Wow. Yeah, that is, I believe, 96 scrap worth of stuff. Take this fight, go here, see if there's a store in this non-nebula beacon. Of course, we have to sell the whole missile to be able to get the scrap from that, which we may not actually find a store. Let's match their pre-cloak with ours. Or potentially B, since our cloak may be longer than theirs. Nope, we both have max length cloaks. But we have a Zoltan shield and they don't. Do this just in case those burst lasers actually get through the Zoltan shield all the way. It's the first enemy that's actually got to shoot at me for a while, other than the one I deliberately allowed to do so for the purpose of training. There we go. Store, we can sell the whole missile and the boarding drone. Get a bit of repair. We could buy another halberd beam. More seriously, we could buy the beam drone too, and if we could somehow upgrade to drones 5, we could use the 2 drones to hack through the Zoltan shield in phase 3 really, really quickly, but I don't think we need to do that. Our beams do that just fine anyway. And we can shoot them through cloaking because they're beam weapons. Let's do that instead. Take that and then there. Have we already had manually search? I don't think we've had it in this sector. So we actually could have, we bought a halberd beam, but we could have actually played halberd hull without having spent a single bit of scrap on weapons in this run. I may even keep that, because in phases 1 and 2 of the flagship, the hull beam actually does more damage than the halberd beam. So we'll actually do that. Let's activate our advanced weapons. That allows us to make scrap without having to use hacking drones. Let's start upgrading some things. Suddenly we actually have enough reactor to run things. Long range scanner blue option, cool. Open fire. And they are crushed. Let's start damage buffering things. Okay, cool. We can go here, back to there, there, out. Let's get to the station. I probably should have just pre-cloaked at the same time as them, but whatever. Erased. Double reward? Sadly not. I just upgrade my engines. Let's just get more engines. We might get our shields up next sector, but it doesn't really matter. We will be killing the flagship very, very quickly. It's not impossible that we could beat the flagship with our Zoltan shield fully intact each phase. As long as we don't run out of drones, obviously. So, off to the last stand, we'll get repaired up to full here. I would go to that because I can get to it on the first jump, but really the odds that they're going to take over both of these are extremely small. Layout in this sector, so how do you even get to the... I guess we have to go through there. I think this is a not enough time fight, but you know, we can't really crew kill with this all beam setup. Oh no, it's not enough time event. Get our drones. Now we have to make our way rather awkwardly to the base. Let's hold scrap for now because we might get enough scrap to get Shields 8, but like I said, I don't think it matters in the slightest. Nope. We can get these two fights and then dive there, we might pull it off. You don't even need to shoot at weapons here because they'll just die one shot like everyone else. No, we don't need fuel at this point. We have 24 fuel now. Remember how we kept running out? And then suddenly the rewards started actually offering fuel. I can actually do it. I don't have power for it quite yet, but I will get that in between this fight and this ship may be literally unable to harm me. If that's an ion bomb, I could just stuff enough Zoltans in there that they would never be able to get through my shields. But let's not do that. Let's just kill them this way. Get 2 more power bars to get the shields up. Now we have to dive. We'll be out of the dive quite quickly. We won't be pre-cloaking this because we want to cloak the ASB. We might actually be out before the ASB goes off, but we're not guaranteed to be. Level 6 engines is usually but not always enough. So I want to have the option of cloaking that just in case. We also don't want to level 3 cloak it if that happens, because we'll want to cloak it at level 1 and then let my cloak come off cooldown as much as possible before we jump out, since we're jumping right into the flagship fight. Actually, we can just go straight there. Should we just cloak now so that we can get rid of this border? I think maybe we just do that. Yeah. I should be able to get this mostly off cooldown. So we will jump out once the ASB locks on us again. And yeah, this will run out about when their cloak does. Really? Oh yeah, I meant switch to halberd, hull, whatever. It's not to halberd, hull, rather. It's not like this doesn't one-shot just as easily. This does. Let's see, 9, 8, 8. Yeah, 25 damage. We will do that for next phase, though. Actually, we'll go take another fight while we're in between phases, since one is so conveniently available. What do we even do with this? I guess we do that and then we'll buy a power bar in before the last phase. It doesn't really matter at this stage. The power will help me run the beam drone in phase 3, I guess. They may not ever get a boarding drone over because we're going to pre-cloak this. there. Yep. One shot, they don't even scratch my Zoltan shield. So, that's a very easy... actually, I could do halberd, hull to start this phase out, because the hull beams fire more quickly to get through the Zoltan shield. I mean, halberd, hull, I think is one shot on this phase anyway, once the Zoltan shield is down. So it's just a matter of getting rid of that as soon as possible. On the other hand, the halberd beam does more damage to the Zoltan shield, so yeah, it's better to do that. And we'll power the beam drone right away. Let's actually go in like this, so we can keep our Zoltan shield up for longer. Obviously, we haven't got any crew kills over there. But that's fine. They may not even get to board me. Let's run you into cloaking just in case when things go down you get mind controls. I don't want to have a mind control person in my weapons if that happens. Okay. Ordinary shields are down. We don't need the beam drone anymore. I think we were a little bit late to hack there. But yeah, they don't even get through our Zoltan shield. Was that intact all 3 phases? I believe it was. So that was a very, very easy run for Zoltan C. We started out strong and we just stayed there the whole way. We got loads of weapon drops and we got beams and just crushed everything. The only challenging bit was running out of fuel a few times, and that wasn't that bad really. Quite a solid score. Check our stats. Yeah, pretty good all around. Slightly less than 1 ship defeated for every 2 beacons explored. Some of the sectors were not that full of fights. There was a civilian sector in there that was a little bit disappointing. But you can't be too unhappy when you have an easy Zoltan C run. So, who will be number 12? 3, 2, 1, and go. Kestrel A, it looks like. I haven't played that already on this streak, have I? No. So we'll be on Kestrel A next. I hope you enjoyed Zoltan C, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.